Shikimori is such a vibe. Like it's the only way that I can really describe it. I was really thinking, as the ending credits, the ED was playing, I was like, what is the start of today's video? And it's the fact that Shikimori is such a vibe. Like I get nothing but like good feels and good vibes from this anime, that even when it introduces a character, right? So even when the anime ends up introducing well, I guess you could call it a rival character, it still ends up being a feel-good anime, and it still ends up being like a feel-good episode, and it's just such a vibe. And I really think that people who may have misjudged Shikimori's not just a cutie, they may have written it off. They may have not initially vibed with it because you have Izumi, who is not your typical woof woof man. And Shikimori is taking kind of like that cool role. I really think that they're just missing out. And I'm really hoping that people really gravitate and find this anime later down the line, because it does things that is just so unique. It's in a genre, and it's generally following, I should say. It's following the same kind of, plot line that a lot of other anime have shared or have had, right? You have a couple who, they're initially a couple. We get the backstory of how they became a couple, and then we get to see kind of them enjoying being a couple and then facing struggles at being a couple, right? It generally follows this kind of like, square plot line that it has. But the things that are unique and the things that are special about it is the fact that you have Shikimori taking on like the protag, cool, eccentric, like the main role. You have Izumi, who's the boyfriend, playing the more delicate role. Then you have another love interest that was introduced, the past couple episodes in Kamiya, who shares similar traits and similar qualities to Shikimori, and she's also in love with Izumi. So it generally follows, these same kind of things that other anime does, but it does them in such a unique way. And the storytelling and the way that the plot has unfolded to me is like really appealing and alluring. And again, at the start of the video, I said it's just such a vibe. What else is a vibe? Is you're a vibe. And if you're not subscribed, do that for me right now. Hit the subscribe button. Only about 5% of you guys who watch my reviews are subscribed. So do me a huge favor and hit the button right now. It takes you seconds, completely free. But, as the episode ended up kind of like, unfolding, we got the Cultural Festival #2, which essentially is just the continuation of last week. And we got the intro, like I said, of Kamiya. And the fact that she existed a year ago, okay? So she began to have feelings for Izumi year one. And that's because they shared this task, the library task and stuff. And year one, he began to project and have feelings separate from the other boys that are typically around her. And, I think it sounds cheesy, but he sees Kamiya, he sees her for her. And that's not something that she ever gets done to her, because she's constantly seen as like cool and mystique and poster girl, model, unapproachable, on a pedestal. And he treated her like a girl, like a delicate flower, just like different. And because of the impression that he made, she essentially fell in love. Now, the first thing I'll say is she effed up. She should have made her move year one. Year one, she should have made her move, because she could be Shikimori right now. But she didn't. She waited, and she didn't make her move, and right now she essentially got her heart broken. But that whole plot was extremely alluring and really, 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 really good. And I really love the way that they did it. They introduced her, They introduced how she fell in love, when she fell in love, why she fell in love. The fact that Izumi, he's attracted the two coolest girls in school. Like, cool, like, they're cool. You know what I mean? He's attracted the, they're the two coolest girls are in love with him. Obviously, he has a girlfriend and stuff, but I just find that fact really cool. And then you have the way that Shikimori handles it, right? Is, she got the number, but then, when she was sitting in the library, she noticed the way that Kamiya was acting with Izumi. And she immediately was like, she identified with that because that's how she's been in the past. So since she identified with it, she immediately noticed, like, hey, like, I can tell she's in love with him. So she goes to talk to Kamiya, and she offers to give her number back, which is a number that she took from him, that she took from her to go and, be a couple, with Izumi. And, she blurts out her heart, and they share a really cool moment. So I'm hoping that they're friends later down the line. And I'm also hoping that Kamiya can be friends with Izumi. And I do like the fact that there is somebody there who recognizes Izumi's qualities for who he is and the things that he brings to the table, which are vastly different than your average male, especially of that age. So I really, really enjoyed this whole entire plot line. And then the way that they wrap it up is, Shikimori, nonchalantly confessing the fact that she is worried about girls, specifically Kamiya, but girls with similar traits noticing him, and she doesn't want anybody to take him away. And I love that whole thing. I thought that was really special. And I love to see her vulnerability. Even the coolest girl in school can be vulnerable and cute to no end. And for all those things, that's what Izumi loves about her. That's what we love about her, as a viewer. So I think this episode was dope. It was special. And I love Kamiya. She's awesome. I think Shikimori still, she's the main chick. You know what I mean? She's the main one. But Kamiya is really cool. And I really liked her quite a bit too. And I think that she would be great for Izumi. But she's too much alike like Shikimori too at the same time. But I like the relationship that she have. I hope that they continue to have her in the mix. I hope that she continues to be friends with Shikimori, and I hope that she continues to be friends with Izumi, and I just want to see more of her on screen. Overall, fantastic episode, though. I'm going to leave you guys on those thoughts there. Let me know what you guys thought about this week's episode of Shikimori. Let me know if you agree with it, that it's just a vibe, a good feel vibe. And, of course, as always, I'll see you guys next Saturday for episode number 9. Yeah, we skipped a week because of the studio stuff. So, yeah, episode number 9 next week. Peace out, guys.